recording. Yeah, so your USD. Let's go to the 30-minute. We charted this earlier. I don't think there's a support that's really close enough right now. I think the last time we looked, kind of far down here. So the 30-minute support's way down here. Let me look at the 1 hour if there's a closer one. It looks like it might be in the same area. Even go down the 15 minutes, see if there's the support down there is even farther. Hey, Tyler, do you have like a, oh, sorry. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, as we analyzed this earlier, I think it's just gonna, it looks like this might be the support or temporary support. It doesn't look like a very strong support. But I guess it could be considered a support since it rejected off this area a lot. Actually, yeah, this would be a support. Yeah, the K2SR is probably gonna adjust once it moves a little farther down. So yeah, CT, if you're still looking at EU, it looks like this is the established support. And it looks like it's probably going to shoot up from here to correct to the overall trend. Yeah, what do you think about this, Aaron? You think it's going to go up?
Honestly, yeah, it can.
Yeah.
But it might make that bullish move during London session, so we might have to wait.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just gonna consolidate around this area until London opens, and then once we get to London, then we'll get some volatility. Yeah, it looks like I think if this is followed by a couple more bullish candles, it'll probably shoot up, or we'll be prepping for that move. Because we're on the 1 hour time frame, so this is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Yeah, so it'll probably slowly move up and then shoot up once it hits London. So that's probably where I see it moving. I'm gonna go down the list again. So we got we have Samir. Do you ever scalp S&P? I personally don't scalp S&P. I just stick with US 30 since it has high volatility, and I want to get in and out pretty quick. I know a lot of people do scalp S&P. It's the same thing. It's pretty much. Yeah, so S&P is pretty much like US 30's little brother. Like it just moves a lot slower compared to
Hey, Sean.
Trade. Yeah, what's up?
Curtis is trying to get in. Curtis, Dion, and Raj.
That's weird. Dion's in here already.
He is?
Yeah, I don't see anyone trying to get in.
Oops.
Are they in the premium?
Yeah, I had just read the message kind of late.
Let me see. I'm gonna message the group real quick, see if anyone's having trouble. I don't know why they did that with Zoom. They didn't have that before. Where you had to let people in.
Yeah, it was an update.
It was weird because I updated it after our call yesterday. So like I don't know why I had that up already. Lisa said it's a new security patch.
Yeah, Curtis trying to get in.
Let's see. Again. Oh, there you go.
Hope I'm not getting sick.
Hope you're not getting sick?
Then I've had to clear my throat a few times.
Yeah, no, me too. Let's see, Curtis Pitboy. Curtis, can you hear us?
Yeah, bro. Did you just start it? Or don't tell me that you've been and started it.
Oh, this? No, we've been on for a while, like almost an hour now.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Me and the homie been at the door waiting to get in.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I was looking at I was looking at it, and it looked like I let you guys in earlier, but for some reason it didn't let you guys in. I gotta figure out how to work this. It's a little different with the new update. Hey, Curtis, are you looking at US 30 or S&P?
I'm back and forth between that and AU 200 right now. AU 200 had a really nice buy from open. Like I'm a little sick. I missed it.
Yeah, US this would be a good entry. I'm actually gonna set it up. If you guys want to enter, this for a scalp, I think it'd be a good one. I'm setting up my phone right now to enter this trade.
It almost had no drawdown too. Like
I know it was hot yesterday. Like yesterday was back to back to back. Today it's been weird. It seems like since New York, the like price for all the pairs pretty much reversed or just moved like in an unusual pattern. They're kind of in a range now. It seems like.
yeah, at one point gold was going in the same direction as the 30. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, man, market's been weird. I'm just gonna watch this for another minute, see if it closes red.
I know one thing I noticed though, like after the swap spread, I don't know if it's all indies. I think I'm not sure, but I know 30 was moving a little slow, so it was easier to scalp without it moving like how it usually moves.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It was like somewhere around it was like around here, I think. So I entered this one or somewhere around here. Oh no, actually, it was like.
What's another red was the one that they didn't take and probably should have.
Yeah.
It went straight through the support.
Oh, shot right through. I took this one right here. This one kind of got me scared because it pulled back pretty hard. But I didn't realize that it looks like it moved a lot, but it didn't really. It was only like 600 pips.
Death.
I did take this one right here because it was like a strong bullish move after the swing low.
Mm-hmm.
This was tripping me out because this pulled back a lot. I was like, fuck. Like I thought I was gonna be stuck in it, but then luckily it shot up, and I think I got out from around here. I don't think this is gonna close bearish, so that's fine. If this isn't close bearish, then we're just gonna have to wait because there's not gonna be any. Actually, no. So if this closes like this, then this would be a good setup for a bullish move because the low is established right there. And then, yeah, because if it follows up with like a bearish move, I mean a bullish move right here, this would be a good entry. So I'll just keep watching it for later. I was looking at Samir's question. He was asking if I ever scalp S&P. So if you're scalping S&P, it's the same thing as scalping US 30, same exact strategy. So we can go back to how it was. We can just go back to like the start of today, I guess. Let's replay it from somewhere around here. Yeah, so if we're using the advanced scalping strategy that we use with the K2 indicator, first we'd identify the swing low, which is right here. Next, we just want to follow up with the following candles to make sure that they provide a bullish confirmation. So right here, the swing low, this is a swing high and it dropped down to the swing low down here. It was followed by 3 bullish candles, which gives some bullish confirmation that price is going to swing upwards. And then lastly, we have the K2 indicator to give confirmation of a momentum swing upwards. So after that, I would enter a long position right here. And then try it up. Yeah, so right. Hey Curtis, so for S&P, do you know how like the pips work? Because I know like for US 30, it's like 100 times this, so I don't know if it would be considered like 1,000 pips, or if it was. Aaron, do you know how the calculation of pips work for S&P?
Nope.
Hey, Curtis.
It's almost like a watered down 30. Like it's a lot for a smaller account. It's a lot safer, but the pip count is it. It almost looks like it would be the same as if it was instead of the Indy, it was a regular pair.
Okay, yeah.
I think you just look at the last 3 numbers. Well, the last 2 numbers after the first digit.
But there's only 3 numbers.
So let's say if it moves from like 2,700 to like 2,800, that'd be like 100 pips or whatever like that.
Oh, okay, cool. So
one lot size, that's $100. That's how it works for that.
so pretty much like this would be 17 pips then, right?
See? Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool. So the spread would be around like 5 to 7 pips. So as price moved into profit, um, yeah, like Curtis knows, like whenever price moves right into profit, you'll move your stop loss to a little bit above break even. So on this following candle right here, as this one moved up, then we would have moved your stop loss, and then we would just go and stop down profit. And then pretty much with the same, with the following entry right here. I wouldn't take sell because the overall trend is green, so I'd only take buys. So again, right here, we would do the same thing. You identify the swing low, which should be right here. And you can do that just by following the candle. So it's a swing low, swing high, swing low. And then you just want to confirm that there's a bullish move, which it is right here. So there's two strong bullish candles. And then the K2 signal is confirmation. So you just enter on the open of the following candle. And as soon as price moves into profit, then you would move your stop loss in profit. So on this candle right here, even while it was moving, you don't wait for it to close. So as soon as price moves into profit, then you move your stop loss slightly above break even. So it looks like you probably would have gone stopped out, depending on on where price was during that time. But yeah, if you got stopped out in profit, then that's fine. But if you let it run, then yeah, it would shoot up higher. That's the reason why you would move it in profit, because if you're familiar with indices, it moves pretty erratic. So right here, it was clearly like deep in profit, it was in profit about 162 pips, or 16 pips, I guess. So it was in profit 16 pips. But as you can see, like price reversed like crazy. And that's why you want to move your stop loss and profit every time. That's going to be your main priority. If you're ever scalping, the number one thing you want to do is move your stop loss and profit, just in case something like this happens. So if you moved it in profit, you wouldn't have caught a loss here. You would have gone stopped out slightly in profit or at break even. But yeah, it's pretty much the same exact thing, Samir. If you saw how I explained how I scalp US 30, it's pretty much the same thing because all the indices move like in the same direction. So this is the S&P. If you compare it to US 30, it looks pretty similar. They're both trending. Yeah, it looks like exactly the same actually. So we took off the K2 indicator and the lines, and then you just look at both the charts. Pretty much the same exact chart. So it's just, if you can't afford to trade US 30, then yeah, you trade S&P. But it's the same exact strategy. Yeah, exactly, Lisa. Carbon copy. They're all pretty much the same. Like I have all the indices right here. If you go from the AU200, this one might be a little different because it's Australia. This index as well. I think this is the one that you trade, right, Curtis? Or the one you were talking about, ESP?
Yeah, that's the one, the AU200. It moves almost the same as the US 30, though, honestly, from what I've seen.
Yeah, this one's crazy. I have zero spread on this. I should probably trade this.
Yeah, usually the spread's pretty low, too, and it moves a little smoother than 30.
Oh, that's nice. So do you scalp on this, too? Do you use the scalping strategy?
Yeah, it works for that, too. Honestly, if I would have used it earlier, I would have been it would have went past take profit.
Man, it looks like I should just trade. This looks like a perfect asset to trade the scalping strategy on, because if you can see right here,
How many pips is that?
this is a perfect entry. So this is a swing high. It's followed by bearish candles. Then you could have entered this right here. Like perfect. Same with the other direction. If you were going to trade this buy right here, the swing would be right there. I might have not taken this because there was no candles following the swing. But if you did, like literally what you could do here is you could just take every candle. Like it moves so smoothly that you don't even need to sign it out. Like right here, you can take a sell. As soon as it goes into profit, you just slide your profit. Slide your stop
Well,
profit.
well, I wasn't even looking at the screen. I don't know what that is. That's not the 200 that I know.
Oh, this one's different.
Yeah, that's something. I'm about to look and see what that is. But it definitely is smooth.
Yeah, like this looks like you can take every signal. So if you got a sell signal here, you take the sell signal and then just stop, and you'll get stopped on profit. And then you can do the same thing here. Take the buy signal, trail it, and then exit in profit. Same here, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell.
That's the Spanish index.
Spanish index, yeah.
I've never even seen that.
Yeah, I would expect this one to drop like crazy since like they're getting hit like the hardest with the coronavirus. Yeah, pretty much all the indices move similarly. They all pretty much look the same. So if you can apply the scalping strategy on pretty much any index. I just like the US 30 because it moves pretty quickly, and I usually don't like to be in a. I don't really like being in a scalp with indices very long. How are your profits today, Curtis? You do pretty good with indices.
Pretty, yeah. A lot of them I got stopped out on profit early because of when I entered. Because when I entered, I would wait a little bit until it was above price. That way, the drawdown was minimal, and I was like, I was keeping my stop loss kind of tight towards my profit. But the one trade did kind of screw me though. The one that hit stop loss.
Oh, the UCAT.
Cat.
Yeah, that one. But my scout covered that, so it plus some, so I'm cool.
Yeah, same here. I don't know what happened with that UCAT. It was weird because if you look at it, how we analyzed it before we took it. So we took this candle right here.
I knew I was going to do that though, because UJ did the same thing, went straight down, and
Yeah.
I looked at my notification. I said, yeah, you're just going to do the same thing.
I was telling Aaron, like it seems like the news here affected it like pretty bad because it looks like when this news happened, it shot up and then it tried to correct back down, but as it corrected back down, it just reversed completely.
Mhm.
So it looks like it followed the news. Like whoever like acted on the news just acted late
Exactly.
because yeah, if you look here, it's in a clear downtrend. So there's no indication that price was going to reverse. It's a clear downtrend on the 30-minute. There's no support nearby. If you go on the 1 hour, same thing. There's no support that's really that close. You can go higher to the 2 hour. It's like there's no indication here that price would have reversed that hard. Maybe like a slight reversal, but not enough to stop us out. So if we go back far enough to the 4 hour, the closest support was right here. And if we go back to the 30-minute where we entered, like it's enough cushion for it to at least push down a little more to hit our TP1, which is what we were aiming for. As you can see, it was like really weird. Price just reversed completely. That came out of nowhere. But yeah, I mean, you can't win them all, obviously. We go down the list again. So we got CT said, does it have anything to do with close to the swing at all? So that's what Aaron was saying earlier too. He was thinking that the swing low is probably the resistance. But looking at because the thing is with the K2SR, I could have it set where it goes back, X amount of candles. So it goes back 100 candles back, and it doesn't show that it's tested this area. Anytime.
Terrell's trying to get in.
Oh, Terrell, all right. Admit. All right, he's good. Yeah, so it doesn't look like that's an established support anytime in the recent past. I mean, right here on the 27th, but it looks like it only tested it once, so I don't think it's a very strong support. But I mean, that could possibly be what happened there. Aaron was thinking that maybe we should have waited for it to drop below the this area before entering, but it's kind of hard to tell if that would be, you know, a valid support or not. It looks like it tested it down there, but I don't think it's tested it in that area anytime in the past before that. So it broke right through it here. It kind of tested it here, but from the opposite direction. It wasn't coming down. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of scenarios that could have, you know, affected that reversal, but I think just from like looking at it from a bird's eye view, I don't think I really saw it coming, because usually we don't even go back this far on data just to see if it's tested, and we usually try to pull off the closest support resistance. I think even if you go to the daily, yeah, the support was like way down there. I think, yeah, this is the closest support on the 4 hour. But yeah, I mean, can't win them all. So yeah, that's UCAD. Unfortunately, we took an L on that. Let's we'll bounce back like we usually do. Let's see. We'll go back to the CCC. Go back a few bars and before it becomes low, right? Yeah. So if we go back like any distance, the support resistance always adjusts as it retests. Like you can see there, support was way up here previously due to current price, but as price adjusts, the support adjusts as well. So this is like a computer generated support resistance. And then the next one was down here. So there really wasn't, you can see the support resistance adjusting from there. There wasn't really an area down below. Aside from this support, but this support wasn't established until way after we were already in the trade. So we were in the trade right here, and the support was way up here due to the current data, because I only have it go back 100 candles. So it goes back to the strong support 100 candles back. Yeah, the support wasn't established until we were way in the negative already up here. So that's when it established. CTT said could be a way back look at it now. Yeah, exactly. It could. So I'll probably look at that later. If it comes back down, this seems like it'd be a strong support. So we can probably catch another buy if it was to come down and we test it. Or it looks like it's even writing down the trend line now. So it might even test the trend line and then shoot up high. But I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with UCAD. UCAD's been around. Like,
Yeah. Hey, you think? Hey, Sean, you think gold may shoot up?
Hold on, check.
Who knows what it'll do these days? It's not. It hasn't even been doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's been. I don't know what's wrong with gold.
It's been doing whatever it wanted to do.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't take gold. It's like in a strong consolidation right now.
Not to mention the spread earlier was like 727.
Oh, wasn't this is pretty high for me too. Usually my spread is like it's under 100 for sure. It's like 50.
It was something crazy. I started to take a buy early. I looked at the spread and said, even the pips from the closest resistance wouldn't have covered the spread. Nah.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll pass.
CT's got a. So this is what CT drew up.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Draw a trend
I
line.
wish mine was 30 pips.
Even that's a lot, bro.
It makes it impossible for you to even get in and out, because like each candle is 52 pips. So you'd have to hang on to this for like a couple hours just for you to make up the spread, which is crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even recommend trying to scout gold.
I wouldn't even trade gold at all. Yeah, from his markup right here, that looks like a clean entry. Yeah, and it lines up just with our support right here too. So he has the zone drawn right below, which is like right here, I think. Yeah, I could see that. It'll probably, test the trend line and then shoot up. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Gold isn't really moving the way it should be because usually it moves the opposite of US 30. But yesterday it was pushing up pretty strong, um, demonstrating that the US dollar was weaker than gold. But if you look at US 30, it was also pushing up. So I mean, it's kind of weird. Usually they go opposite, but they were both going upwards. So honestly, like fundamentals and technicals is just like it's kind of impossible for you to really follow them right now. Because usually, like when US 30 is dropping, then you would buy gold. The US 30 is going up, and then gold's going up. So I don't know. It's still a gamble, but I do see this happening right here. CT has a pretty nice chart drawn up. But yeah, personally, I wouldn't take the spread's way too high. Like I'm on a DMA account, so my spread's supposed to be close to 0, and this is insane, 145. If each candle doesn't move, well, not these candles, but these candles right here. Like you could be holding on to these candles for like hours, and you'd barely break. You barely break the spread. It's crazy. CT said it's a swing to new highs. No stop. Yeah, no, I agree. If I was to trade gold, I'd hang on to it intraday or swing for a couple of days. It doesn't look like it would be easy to scalp. I mean, if you go on the 5-minute, yeah, it's kind of, yeah. I mean, it'd be impossible to scalp because you have to cover the spread. See, look at the spread. It's crazy. It went from like 100, like close to 200. Now it's back to 77. But yeah, if the spread's tight, then yeah, you could scalp it. It looks like there's some decent entries here if you're using my scalping strategy. But personally, I just wouldn't because you could enter at a low. Oh yeah, the spread's crazy. It's bouncing from like it's bounced from like 70 to 100 to 200. So the thing is, you could get in for a good entry with a low spread, but once you're in, you're probably gonna get stuck with the higher spread. It's gonna be impossible to get out. So yeah, personally, I wouldn't scalp.
Yeah, that's definitely not something to scout.
Yeah, yeah, man, that's crazy. My spread is just jumping around. Okay, let me go back to George CT said just intermediate change. Oh yeah, no, of course. You have to look at the daily. And this daily moves crazy too, though. Look at these movements. Insane. It's one chart right in this one candle. 6,000 pips. Insane. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It goes from like no movements to like crazy movements. And I don't think there was anything that was released on those days either. I don't know, I'm gonna stay far away from gold. Gold's burned me like way too many times. So I'm just gonna avoid it. Let's go back to US 30, see if there's any entries. I know some people are here looking for some scalps. Yeah, hey Curtis, you think US 30 is gonna keep going down?
Uh,
It looks like it's reversing to me. So
yeah, it looks like because we're looking at the 5-minute window. It's got it's respecting the support and resistance. It hasn't really moved out of it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because usually it doesn't respect it. Like that's why I just take off the support resistance indicator because normally it doesn't respect it at all. But today it looks like it's been. I mean, it's stuck in a range, so I'm probably not going to trade this until London. Because that'd be like the worst part if you get into a trade and then you're stuck in a range and you can't get out, and then it could like literally break out in either direction. Let me go back to the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. He said he heard Aaron's stomach growl.
Who is he?
Is he? CT circuitry. Yeah, CT. So if the trend meter is blue or it's neutral, I usually scalp both ways, because it has the same amount of probability that it could swing in either direction. But I always make sure to keep my stop loss really tight, or I move my pocket immediately. So if it was blue like it was last week over here, it gives some like really good scalping opportunities. Like you could literally you could just trade both ways. So you could just avoid even running all the requirements, because literally you could ride this enter right here, move your stop loss and profit as soon as it swings up, and then you could literally catch like a few pips right here. And same with right here, you could enter this. Let me just use it. Tool. Yeah, like if you enter to buy here, as soon as we moved into profit, I just move my stop loss to break even, and then you'd either break even or make a small profit. You do the same thing with the sell here. I have my stop loss at the swing. As price moved down in profit, I move it to break even or in profit, and then I would just trail it down. And then you can literally ride it all the way down. So if you move your stop loss the way that I usually do, or I follow it per candle. So if this candle closed, I move my stop loss to the high of that candle. Same with this one, same with this one, same with this one. And then as price pulled back right here, I would have gone stopped out right here. And I would have made about 1,300, 1,400 pips. And then pretty much do the same thing over here. Like you pretty much do this all day. Just take every K2 signal and then just trail your stop. So I move my stop to break even as it moved in profit. Just gonna use the same line. And then as it moved up, I move my stop loss to the low this one, low this one, and then I get stopped out right here. So right here I would have made about 400, 500 pips. And then you can literally do this like all day. Right here, you can scalp this as well. As I move down, I move my stop loss to break even or in profit. So I probably would have gone stopped out right there, break even. Same thing right here. Move your break even. I mean, it wouldn't really matter if you move your break even, because since you're taking so many trades, like how long is this time frame here? Like 5 hours. If you could just stare at your computer for like 5 to 8 hours, and not 8 hours, maybe like 5 or 6 hours, you can literally just scalp every K2 signal. And then if you want to see the computer longer, you can just keep scalping it, because you can see that each candle that has a signal, it moves in profit at least slightly. So by doing so, you could rack up a lot of profits. Just like each one would be like you'd have like one profit here for like 100 pips, and then right here you'd have a big win for like a couple thousand pips, couple hundred pips, couple hundred pips, couple hundred pips, and then in about 5 hours, that adds up pretty quickly. If you didn't lose any trades, and then say you just racked up like plus 1,500 pips on US 30, and then if you're trading a dollar per pip, you could have made 1,500 just scalping for like 5 hours. It's not that bad. This is what I prefer to do. I'd rather scalp and make.
With the market being the way it is, it's the best thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like impossible to like trade intraday properly, or swing trading for sure. There's no way that you could really predict where the market's gonna move swinging. But if you're scalping, I mean, you can do this really quick. You just enter, exit, or you could even like I was looking at the charts and like what you could do. I don't know if you noticed this too, Curtis. Like you could enter a buy, and then like you trail a stop, and then you could do the same thing the other direction. But if you wanted to just what's that called? If you wanted to just reverse your position, like you're in a buy, and then you enter a sell, and then you enter a buy, and you enter a sell, like you can literally do that for each signal. And then like in the end, because if you're writing it each direction, and you ride the other direction as it moves farther, you could like rack up a ton of profits that way.
Yeah, minimizing losses for sure.
Exactly. So if you entered every trade and then you moved every trade to break even at the minimum, then you could literally just keep stacking up profits from scalping. That's crazy. Like that was literally what I did yesterday, and I made like, I don't know how much did I make yesterday. I think I posted in the group. Let me let's see if I can share my screen. Maybe I'm just sharing my so I'll share the whole desktop. So yeah, yesterday I think I shared my. That was awesome. Did you make a lot yesterday, Curtis, when you were scalping?
I didn't scalp as much because I was my semester started.
Oh, you started school.
So I didn't really get a chance to really do anything.
Yeah, because literally yesterday I was just scalping. That was it.
Yeah, yesterday would have been a good day.
Yeah, yesterday was good. Yeah, so yesterday for the month of April, which is from April 1st to now, April 7th, made about like 2,000. So most of it was from yesterday. It was like near close to 2,000. Just scalping yesterday, like literally just scalping US 30. All my trades are US 30. So if you guys are good at scalping, or if you guys are able to focus and take these trades, you can make a ton of money just trading US 30. Like honestly, that's all I've been focusing on because of the market conditions. Price just reverses like all the time and randomly. So I don't know if that's something you guys are interested in. It's definitely something I recommend. CT said, run 5 lots, just keep cashing. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Like for Hugo's way, like each 0.01, this is equivalent to like one standard lot, equivalent to FOREX. So this is like one standard lot, 3 lots, 3 lots, 5 lots, 3 lots. Like that's where I started going. Like 5 lots was like my sweet spot, so I could get in for a few seconds and then stack up a couple $100, and I just literally just rinse and repeat every time I got a K2 signal. Let me go back to the chat list. I think there was a couple other questions here. So Yashvi said to check out UCAD. I think we looked at it earlier, but I'll look at it again just to go over real quick. So UCAD, it looks like we got stopped out of it. It looks like what could happen here is probably, yeah, if price doesn't end up shooting upwards, just straight upwards, well, it looks like it already tested the trend line, so it might shoot upwards. You can see from the trend meter down here, it was an overall downtrend, and then now it's neutral, so it looks like it might be swinging upwards. So yeah, if you add the cloud to your chart, you can see that price is trying to break the cloud. Usually when price is inside the cloud, that demonstrates that price is in consolidation. So when it's inside the cloud, it's usually going to bounce within the cloud.
And that's where it's at on US 32 on the 5 minute.
Oh, is it in the cloud?
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually when it's in the cloud, it's in consolidation, and then usually it breaks out. So that's kind of what happens here if you look at the previous candle. So it broke through, and then once it gave a strong bearish candle, it swung downwards. Same with right here. If you look at the candle, usually when it's inside, it's charging up for a breakout. And this is another strategy that you guys can use. This is a strategy I used to use a lot before. It works better on the higher time frames. So like usually you could I would wait for price to go inside the cloud, and then once it's inside the cloud, it'll consolidate for a little bit, and then once it breaks out, it usually breaks out in a certain direction, and then you can enter a trade in that direction. But it's more so for like swing trading, because you have to look at it from a higher time frame. Because if you're looking at it from the smaller ones, like anything under the hour time frame, it's really choppy, and you can't get any like real good breakouts. But yeah, back to the option. This is what I see happening with UCAD. Once it breaks out of consolidation, I think it's going to shoot upwards because it looks like it's moving into a reversal. If you go to the 1 hour, it's got a long way to go actually. So even though it broke out right here, it might come back down actually. So it might come up or test this cloud and then come back down to correct to the overall trend. But it's all speculation. I mean, we didn't expect price to reverse like this. So once it hits London at midnight, it might just correct back downwards. If we're looking at this from a bigger scale, yeah, it's still like in a clear downtrend. So I think it should probably still come down, because if we're looking at it on 4 hour, it looks like it hits support right there. So depending on if you're in this trade, it'll probably come up. It looks like it broke support. It tried to retest. So if this is a bullish candle, it'll probably push upwards to test the trend line, and then come back down to correct to the overall trend. But like I said, the market is moving a little weird today, so it's going to be hard to really determine where it'll be moving. I'm going to go back to the chat, see if there's any other questions. And now see if I can analyze GU. So let me look at US 30 real quick, and then I'll look at GU, because I know some people are waiting for some scalp calls. Okay, cool. 30, is she looking at this?
Mm-hmm.
Make it because it's not a strong. It is a bullish. It moved upwards, but I don't think it's strong enough movement for me to want to take it. But I think if you were to take it, it could be like you can get a few pips out of it. I probably see it pushing up a little farther to test the resistance, but like you can see from these previous candles right here, it's clearly in consolidation right now.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't take it because the last signal it went, it hit the resistance and came right back down.
Yeah, exactly. It's way too risky.
I've risked enough.
I know, right? Yeah, I would just wait for it to break out. You know, if anything, I'd put like a small stop down here, because I think it's going to come down. Honestly, I don't think it's going to push up any further. I'd probably just set like a sell stop down here, so that once price breaks, it'll be automatically in the trade. You can write it down. I might do that. I'm just going to keep watching it, probably set an alert. Yeah, I can definitely see it coming down like that, because it looks like it's repeating what happened previously.
Ooh, excuse me.
So it came down, came up, came down, came up, and it's probably going to come back down. Yeah, let me go back to GU. I think Josh Feast, let's check out GU. Yeah, so we still have our GU from earlier. It looks like it's finally coming back up a little bit. On the 1 hour. So we entered this trade. 30 minutes. We entered this trade right here. At that time, there wasn't really a support resistance nearby. You can move to the higher time frame. Yeah, everything's pretty far off. So I'm not even sure like where that reversal came from. Me and Aaron are pretty shocked too, because like it looked like it was clearly going to go up further from our entry, but just like with UCAD, it reversed super hard. So as you can see right here, this is what we were anticipating, but that's not what happened. This is what happened. So we're expecting it to come down, test the trend line. This is our anticipation. We're waiting for it to come test the trend line, and then we're expecting it to come back upwards. So hopefully by London, it'll correct back up. Like I don't understand why the U.S. dollar is increasing in strength. There hasn't really been any news or like any catalyst really cause this to happen. But this is what happens when you trade during uncertain times.
The funny thing is, when we had the other call, the same thing was happening when the 30 was shooting up. The other pair was going down. Like it was weird. I was like, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Like that's kind of like confirmation that 30 is buying because this one keeps going down.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's weird because I mean I don't know. Like they're supposed to be in the same direction, but if you look at gold and like other currencies that supposed to be opposite of each other, that they just don't look like they're moving in the direction they should be. Because you can see here, GU is shooting up like pretty heavily. Was it 6? So yesterday. So from yesterday, it shot up like 221 pips, and it was weird because US 30 was also shooting up, and if this is going to shoot up, it usually goes opposite. But I mean, I don't know. That's just the market's just moving really unusual. But yeah, I'm hoping it's going to come down, test the trend line, and then shoot up.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. It's going to be hard to sit tight after that UCAD earlier.
30 closed with a bullish candle, but
What was that? Oh, the let me go back to it. The 5-minute.
Mm-hmm. But it's still right under the resistance.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you ended it, you could have got in and then just moved it in profit, but it's just way too risky right now. I don't think it's something that I would take. I think the spread on Hugo's way is at least it's like 277 or something like that.
227. Nope. No, thank you.
Yes, you guys at least have to move up here to break even. So, like that's definitely a risk because if it ends up just reversing from right here and this establishes the new high, then you're pretty much screwed. All right, let me see. We'll look at GU next. Lexus said, "How do we get access to the K2 signal confirmation?" Yeah. Is Lexus still in here? I don't know if she is. Oh, she is. Okay, cool. Yeah,
It's funny because even AU is we're near the resistance for the trend line too. I mean the resistance too, and that closed with a bullish candle.
AU.
Mm-hmm. And it's right near the resistance too.
Oh man, it's like a mirror image pretty much. Let's see. So there's AU, and then here's US 30. Yeah, it's pretty similar. It's a little different, but not a lot. So there's US 30. Yeah, it looks like AU's moving a little smoother, but it's pretty much the same thing. Similar with UK, S&P, NASDAQ. Japan index, German index, France index. Like you can't, like it would suck if you get stuck in a trade and it doesn't move far enough where you can cover the spread, and then you pretty much just get stuck with it.
And even AU spread is 200 and I think it was 220, 210.
Yeah. Let's see, Alexis, which plan is it?
Japan is 772.
What was that?
Japan is 772, and the U.S. Mexican dollar is 2,667.
Okay. Has the yen been going up? Let's see. Yeah, actually, it's gaining strength a little bit. So
Is it the yen?
Yeah, the yen. You know, it's
A lot of pairs are just consolidated right now. So I don't know. They may be waiting until some big announcement or something, but who knows? Let's see.
Is there any news coming up, Aaron?
I'll check it right now. Hey, but I've been looking at EU, bro. If you look on a 1 hour time frame, you could draw a descending channel. Well, it broke out of a descending channel. So that pair could possibly go up tonight.
Which one are you talking about, Aaron? Sorry, I was typing.
EU?
AU?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the G20 announcement for... Is that this week, too? Let me see. I'm going to check the news.
I think AU was showing yellow news in like a minute.
Ooh, shit, that scared me.
You know, so usually I avoid any other news, but just the way that the market's moving. Oh, we had
There's high impact news for USD tomorrow that could possibly push the US dollar up, but most likely it may be negative. There's high impact JPY news tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a FOMC meeting tomorrow for USD. That usually affects the market, so tomorrow might be a little weird. Let's see. We got a Bitcoin alert.
It could be a buy because I don't XRP shot up to 20 cents right now, so it could be a bullish one.
Yep.
It's crazy how the cryptos they've been moving in the forex market. They've been dead, so we could be looking at some. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a good buy.
Litecoin's been moving throughout the day on a buy.
Yeah, I've been hearing. Hey, check out XRP, Sean.
I missed a couple on that.
XRP's moving up too.
Ethereum has been buying something crazy too.
I see it right there under Bitcoin.
This is actually showing.
Yeah, they're both shooting up. So whoever is trading cryptos, you can buy XRP, and actually that might be a nice move right there if we took that. The thing with cryptos though is that it's like straight speculation. There's no way you could really chart it similar to what we do for FOREX or indices. Like literally
with Ethereum today, it's every time a green candle came up, it's been buying.
Oh yeah.
For the most part, sometimes it's went into consolidation, but like right now, I'm looking at it. Green bar came up, bullish candle went straight up.
Yeah, like you could literally take every. Oh man, if you took every buy signal, you could have made a ton of money off Ethereum. I haven't really actually anything else, but yeah, if you took every buy signal from the K2 indicator, it's yeah. So if you look at Ethereum, it's pretty good. Hey, Aaron, are you still trading cryptos?
Just long term. That's about it.
Yeah,
still do my little $25 a week for XRP.
The problem with cryptos though is like you'll never really know when it's gonna drop.
Exactly.
Like
just like that one drop, XRP dropped to 10 cents like last month. Kind of caught me off guard.
I was so mad when you told me to buy XRP and it dropped like crazy.
Yeah.
I know Bitcoin, wasn't that just down like 5 something and it went back up to 7 in like a week?
It went from
Yeah,
30% to
it was close to 4, I think.
Yeah, it was, and it's back. That would have been a nice buy. Oh man,
Yeah, exactly. What CISO, that's his name wrong, but yeah, stay away from the news. News is just a distraction to keep people away from the market. So I try to stay away from the news sometimes when it comes to long-term investing and stuff like that.
yeah.
So just stay away from news and just focus on what you think. Like I feel like crypto is going to take over one day.
Yeah,
Just stick with that.
eventually they're gonna have to, as everything becomes more and more digital.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
I wonder what happened between Bit and Litecoin though, because apparently I seen something on earlier about Litecoin was outdoing Bitcoin for a little bit or something. I'm not too sure.
yeah, Aaron would know about that. I don't follow cryptos at all. Aaron's been trying to talk to me about cryptos for the longest, but
I think the Miami Dolphins, they had invested into Litecoin. But, that's kind of irrelevant right now because you can't even, shit, the NFL season might not be might be down next year or this year.
Or they be out there playing the hazmat suits and helmets.
Exactly.
right? They're not even practicing right now for like spring training because
They can't.
yeah, they can't.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. I think hockey might be the only sport playing because they already got the mask on.
It don't help the teeth though. They be losing teeth.
But this is crazy, man. It's really affecting everything.
Life.
Man, for real. The market, school.
So is there any questions on here? I don't know if I see anything.
I don't really see anything.
Sasuk said, do you consider fundamentals or strictly technical using K2? Candle other indicators from identifying. Yeah, so generally I trade specifically off technicals. I'm not much of a fundamentals trader. I know basic fundamentals. Like which pairs correlate and which ones don't. But other than that, I don't really apply any other fundamentals. If you do want to talk about fundamentals, you could talk to Honest or Wade. I know they look at it a lot more. But me personally, I don't look at those. I just look at the current data that's at hand, and then if it those requirements for a K2 entry, then I'll. But I don't really incorporate any other fundamentals into my analysis.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean fundamentals. Like even the people that I know that trade strictly fundamentals, a lot of them don't even know what they're doing. They're kind of just guessing. It's all speculative. Because the thing is, even if fundamentals like that doesn't mean that price going that specific direction, and that's why I just keep it out because I feel like technicals are a lot more reliable compared to just speculating off fundamentals. Let's see if there's anything else. Lisa said, I'm seeing the same thing Curtis is getting stopped on profit. Yeah, same thing. Lisa said crazy wick village. Yeah, like gold has crazy wicks. Like if I see that for any pair, I just avoid it completely. Because when there's crazy wicks like that, then like price is so indecisive that you can get caught in something bad. Like look at gold. There's so many wicks. You look at gold, Aaron. It's
The
crazy.
what?
Like gold, like every candle has like a bunch of wicks.
Yeah, I typically do that off the 15-minute window because the candles will jump so high on like anything lower.
It's crazy because it looks like you're looking at what's called the Haikishi Kinkin Ashi candles. Like these
You're
are
right there, Sean?
huh?
You're right there?
Oh, what?
I'm just playing.
Yeah, no, but these candles like they have a lot of wicks, but if you look at normal candles, they look exactly the same. It's crazy. I think CT posted something earlier.
Normally when prices like that kind of consolidating or looks fuzzy, I'll just go on the higher time frame because it looks a little better.
Yeah. And I agree. Dion said, if possible, Sean, can you do an example, quick example of a swing? Dion, what do you mean by that? Do you want to see like a swing trade, or do you want to see like how I identify the swings? I'm gonna unmute you. Dion, you can talk if you want. If not, you can just type. It's up to you.
Yeah, man. Good.
Hey, Dion, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, man. I'm good. I haven't been around any night. I miss a lot of trading rooms in the night.
Yeah, so I was looking at your question. You said that you wanted me to show a swing. Did you want like a swing trade, or was it more so like a swing, like identifying the swings?
I had missed. I think you had sent up. I believe it was a picture example of when you mentioned that based on how the market's condition were, that you will have looked for bigger movements, and I guess possibly bigger stop losses and stuff to cater for the movements in the market. I didn't think you did a video. I believe it was a picture because I saw it later on in the day or something like that. So I don't know if it was you had the example laid out or what.
Yeah, was it like a swing trade, or was it for scalping?
I think it was a swing, but what you did was probably look at a bigger time frame. I didn't think it was a 30 minutes. I think it was probably a bigger time frame. And
yeah, because I was talking about that was before when I was gonna start calling swing trades.
Right. Wait. So you didn't have a particular laid out example with it?
Yeah, let me see if I could find one. Like I was thinking about doing swing trades because I thought the market was better for swing trades, but once the market started chopping up a lot, like how it did,
right.
That's when I realized that swing trading is probably not best right now due to the current conditions. But let me see if I can find an example.
All right.
We probably have to call it back like sometime over here. Hey, Aaron, do you remember that? I think I explained to you how I was gonna swing trade. I'm not sure if you still have the example that I showed you.
I'll check for it right now.
I'm gonna search the chat.
Yeah, that might be the best thing.
Yeah, because I remember I explained it when I kind of figured it out.
How you going, Aaron?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, bro?
I good, man. I good.
I mean, you disappeared for a while, bro.
Yeah, well, with work and everything not going on, it's just been tough to sit down and meet you all at the same time. Trying to be around a little more often.
Yeah. How's the virus out there, bro? Is it pretty bad?
Across the numbers are around confirmed cases only at around 100. Remember, my population is just over 1 million, so it's not it's not real bad, but we more or less on lockdown right now.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, going day by day. If the numbers continue to climb, well, then they would implement more measures to try and see how they could curb it.
Are you guys shut down over there like how it is over here, where you can't?
What they did first, they shut down like the non-essential businesses. So businesses that like do like clothing and stuff, those kind of businesses were shut down. I think just yesterday they shut down food outlets. So the only businesses that running is like groceries, pharmacies, these kind of places. Everything else locked down.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
It's kind of scary here, then I guess.
It's gonna get bad. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's how it is out here. You get caught outside going where you not supposed to be, you either get a fine or locked up.
Really?
They're locking people up?
Yeah, they not playing. They got the state line shut down.
Where you from?
I'm in Delaware right now.
Delaware? Okay.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I know like in like Florida and Miami, like they're pretty strict over there. Like you can't go out.
Damn.
And well, there's the same thing with us, but what they're doing is that, like, if you don't have any business to be outside, try to be inside as much as possible.
Exactly.
But other than that, yeah, I mean, it people still panic buying. Like, yes, just yesterday as they closed down some of the food outlets. Well, KFC down here pretty popular, so people basically went to panic buy KFC.
That's like the Popeyes out here. They'll never shut down.
Well, I come like where it is like Popeyes across there, it's like KFC down here. So
Yeah, out here
people
in
went
Cali,
and panic buy KFC to stock up.
Yeah, out here in Cali, they closed the dining room areas, so it's only open to the restaurants are only open to like food deliveries and takeout only.
Right.
Yeah,
We were doing that before.
Okay.
Uber Eats, yeah, that's the thing out here.
And it's just yesterday. Well, I think it was working, but I guess just based on how people were reacting, they say, you know what, we closing down that as much as possible too.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's crazy what it's come to. Like, I would have thought we'd look at something like this.
Hopefully it dies down because it's getting bad.
Yeah, it is.
Aaron, do you remember how I took the swing trades? I think I was doing the swing trades like it was similar to the pullback, right?
Yeah, I think it was basically the pullback strategy, but on a higher time frame.
Yeah. So basically what I would do is if once you're able to establish the trend, I would take it as a pullback entry. So like right here, since it's trending downwards, I would have just if you got a signal in the opposite direction, like how we did right here, we got a buy. I would just put a sell position right here, like a sell stop, and then I would write it down. So as it triggered, I would move my stop loss. I'd trail it downwards, or like move it to break even, so we could at least have some cushion to move down. And then pretty much just write it down. It's the same as the other pullback strategy that I was teaching. The only difference is that it's on a higher time frame.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of similar. Like if you took this one right here, you would have entered your sell right here, and just write it down, and pretty much so on. Just as you move farther down, and then as price would break the trend line like it did right here, you would just move the opposite direction. Then it's moving upwards, then you could enter buys this way. But I don't really recommend that you swing trade right now because due to the market conditions. Yeah, like if you were to trade swing trade right now, like it's like moving too crazy for you to really enter anything like that. Like right here, the entry would be way down here, and then same with right here, you might get caught in some fake outs. Like I don't think this would like come down because it looks like if your spread was too close, yeah, this might have filled for you, and just swung up straight to stop loss. Yeah, it's probably 8 pips. So if your spread is higher than 5 or 7 pips, you probably would have filled. Yeah, but yeah, if you once the market's trending again, then I would swing trade. But I think right now I would just sit it out until the market moves normally. Because this is like crazy movement. Like if you look at these candles right here compared to the normal candles, like normally in a day, price only moves like 50 pips. But like as the coronavirus got bigger, on the mind, I guess, like these candles are moving like 100 to 200 pips.
Yeah.
You can get caught in a lot because the thing is, even though it's moving like that, it's not moving in one direction. It's like bouncing around. So it'll go up and then it'll go down. So if you're in a position, you might get sucked out like every time you enter something long term. But yeah, I'd probably just avoid them for now.
Right.
I think there's a couple more here. So we got CCT has a chart for TradingView. If you're looking at S&P, there's an Elliott wave there. I'll draw that on mine to a 30-minute. Actually looks good. That's way too much. Oh, it's a daily. Dang, look how much it's moved from the daily. That's crazy. It's like smoothly moving, and then all of a sudden it drops. This was from February. Yeah, that's when the market started crashing. Yeah, so on CT's chart, he's anticipating it to pull up and test this area. Yeah, that looks right. So he has the high right here for the Elliott wave. 1, 2. This might be 3. Yeah, I could see this happening. It looks like it's reversing already, just like the other indices. It's gonna break a lot of structures to get down there, though. So it would have to break out of this resistance. It's in consolidation right now, obviously. I think similar to US 30. Yeah, just not as bad, actually. Yeah, it looks like all the indices are in consolidation right now. So personally, I wouldn't take any entries. But yeah, CT's analysis right here looks really good. It looks like that's what's happening here. We're getting some bullish candles. It's probably going to go up, test resistance, and then shoot back down. And then shoot back up. Yeah, I don't know. Aaron, did you start trading indices yet?
No, sir.
Man.
I'm just trying to wait till the market at least calm down a little bit, bro. I mean, I want you so bad, but you know, I'm not trying to throw my market into the money. Throw my money into the market just yet.
I know, I agree.
Don't try this at home.
Bro.
Yeah, don't try it at home unless you're Curtis. Curtis tries everything.
I mean, I'm real good. I'm good at scalping, but you know, it's all about discipline and stuff like that. I'm just, you know, just wait it out. Even with the forex market right now, like, you know, I'll be using like a 0.50, 0.70 right now, but like due to the market conditions, I've been using like 0.10s to like 0.20s and stuff like that. So I'll just wait till the market picks back up. Start using bigger lot sizes again.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, price like there's so many like whipsaws and just fake outs like every day, and it's like just today, like what happened with us with UCAD, and then have you checked GUs? GU doing fine?
I'm checking right now.
I don't even want to look. You can look.
Yes, yeah. It's well, the good thing is it's not near the stop loss.
Well, it's like I'm assuming it's like in consolidation right now.
Yeah, but hopefully it pushes back up around like 10 o'clock, 10, 11.
I think
like
so. I think once
the hour.
Yeah, once the London traders enter the market, I think they're gonna push GBP up because obviously, you know, they're not gonna let it drop like crazy. CT said maybe for a bigger rally into Thursday before short week. Yeah, I agree. So it might even push higher than this. I think the highest point would be around here. So I mean, it could even push up to here, but like more of a consolidating push up. And then probably by next week it'll shoot down.
But you know, a lot of people, they haven't been working, so like what if they don't really have money to, like, you know, to like throw in the market? That's probably why it's been slowing down too. But once those checks come, you know, those little stimulus package, once that comes in, it may push back up again. Who knows?
See about that. Yeah, I don't know. Like honestly, I don't even know when the stimulus check is coming out. I thought it was supposed to come out this week or like last week.
They said the 13th. Well, that's what I heard.
13th?
Yeah, they're gonna start sending it out on the 13th. Then hopefully we get our money. Yeah, that's gonna be my US 30 money.
Facts.
Hey, the full 1,200.
That's going straight to Uncle Hugo.
Hey, I'm getting 17. I claimed somebody that year. Get an extra 500.
Depending on where I might drop, you know, I need one of them regular sized accounts like you and Alex.
1,000. Oh no, he had like 8,000, right? Yeah, I think that's how much I have in this account too. The forex side. I usually don't keep too much in this account. I have more in the Ameritrade one because that's like my That's like my longer investment account.
So you don't withdraw out of that account, huh?
Yeah, that one I don't touch that one at all. I just leave the money there.
Right.
But the Forex.com account and the Hugo's Way, I do withdrawals on that usually every weekend, if not every other weekend, depending on like how much it grows to.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on Hugo's, I don't keep that much money on Hugo's. I make sure there's only 1,000 max on there, and then I take it out whenever it goes over, because you never know when Hugo's gonna act up. CC said only trade for me today was a buy on GA.
You can't get average trade in America, right?
What was that, Curtis?
You can't get average trade in America, can you?
Oh no, man, I wish. That's what Wade uses.
Yeah, I know.
See, CT bought at. Yeah, CT made 200 pips off this move. That's crazy. It's a huge move. Aaron, did you take any other trades today?
I was in UC and UCAD, but I got stopped out in profit actually. I had entered before that we called the signal for a little scalp,
Ooh,
but
you.
man, no. But the thing is, I got stopped out in profit.
And this is a smart move right here. I should have taken this one too. I think whenever I see like a pattern like this, where there's a double bottom, you just put like a buy stop. So, once I identified this right here, and then down again, that'd be perfect to have a buy stop just above it. His entry is right. That's a little too close. I probably put a buy stop around here. That's a lot. So I'm assuming CT made a lot off that. You change standard lot like 2K.
Maybe go.
You got a US 30 scout.
Yeah, the other thing, I don't, depending on how volatile the pair is, I don't use bigger lots on. Like the JPY pairs, they tend to be more volatile than other pairs, so I'll just decrease my lot sizes on those.
Yeah, no, I agree. GA moves like way too fast. It's like it could be a really good thing for you or a really bad thing. So he made 203.3 pips. So if we took that with a we took like 165, so 65,000.
So why does yours look different from mine?
Huh?
Yours look different from mine.
How does yours look?
I like that. Let me see.
His one looks really neat, but I don't know if it's because there's the
Well, my spread for Euro USD is 0.02.
Oh, I can't get the numbers on it. I can't have a. Yeah, so let's say CP made like a little over 1,000 or close to it. Because if I add a 1 to it for a standard lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like close to a little over 1,000. That's pretty good, honestly, for one trade. Hey, CT, would you analyze that as an intraday trade, or was it just like a swing trade that you were watching? It's actually pretty good. Yeah. I kind of want to get better at trading GA and.
You said G. You said what? Which one?
And GA and GJ, because it's pretty volatile. Like if I want to just move away from indices.
Oh yeah, they move real fast.
Yeah.
Then the spread is like super high.
See,
Well, for me it is.
You guys think GA is so long? So right here, started from today. It might go long, but thing is the trend line's coming down. And yeah, it's pretty lined up on the 1 hour, so I think this is a pretty good trend downwards. It might go long and test the line like right here. Unless price breaks it and then tests resistance, then I could see it going long. But if it doesn't, if it rejects off the trend line, then I see it to keep going down. I know the overall trend was up over here. Actually, no, it might go up. It doesn't look like it's in a strong downtrend. It's just in consolidation. So it's within these two barriers right here. So actually, this might happen. It might break out of the trend line, and then test the resistance and maybe break further out. Because if you look on the 4 hour, technically it's still in a technically it's still. So if you're looking to swing trade this, I think it's probably going to keep going up. What might happen? Well, yeah, depending on how you're analyzing. If you're looking at it as a swing trade, it'll probably come down a little further to test the trend line this way, and then correct back upwards. But if you're looking at it from intraday, oh, he has a swing trade, yeah. So if you're looking at it from a swing trade, I do see it coming up because the overall trend is up. But just for time being right now, on the 1 hour for intraday, it's just in consolidation, and it looks like it's in a light, not in a heavy downtrend, but more of a light downtrend. So you're too long this up. Yeah, it looks like price might come in right through, but yeah, it's in consolidation right now. So until price breaks outside and confirms, then it's probably gonna just bounce around within this area for the next probably until London, if not tomorrow. And it's only 80 pips. It's not a huge range. So I think as we get closer to London, the range is gonna get smaller and smaller. So right now it's down. And then I think as we get closer to London, it's gonna get higher. So it looks like this is the new low right here.
Pound cat.
I'll try to bounce around until it breaks out. But I think, yeah, if you're swing trading it, it's definitely going to go upwards. It just depends on how long you can hold it for. You can. GCAD's acting weird. Seems like all cards are acting weird, actually. What you got, GU? Looks like GU's going to test the trend line. So hopefully by London it'll bounce off, and then you can recover and it'll go back into profit. As you can see in the premium chat, so anyone know what happened with odd CHF and why it went down? No idea. Aaron, do you know what happened with odd CHF? I'm not sure.
I think odd CHF. We caught that one yesterday. It was I think it was like 2 pips away from TP number 2, but if you did take that position, you should have been closed out in profit after TP number 1 was hit.
Yeah, at least move it to TP1. TT said, not sure if I'm going to trade any EXY process soon. Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. The market, like, it was weird because yesterday it looked like the market was back to normal. There was a lot of pairs that were starting to trend up again. But yeah, all of a sudden this morning, stuff just reversed like crazy. So we're probably going to hold off too for a lot of specific pairs until the market goes back to normal. Yeah, you can see here, like, even with odd CHF, we had this call yesterday, and we were so close to TP2. It was like 2 pips for like Aaron was saying, and then randomly it just reversed like crazy. wasn't really something that we could, really predict. Let's see. Does anyone else have any other questions? Looks like it's 9 o'clock already, so I might go grab dinner. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know so I can go over them before we get off. Otherwise, I'll still be available on the Telegram, so if any questions come up later, I can help you guys on there. Let's see if there's any questions in the premium. Aaron, do you know if OddCat and GU follow each other? I don't think they do, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they do. Personally, I don't think they do, so TT might know. He's more of a fundamentalist than me. Oh, CC, do you know if OddCat and GU follow each other? Like if they move, if they're correlated? I don't think they are, but maybe you might know. For AUD, CAD, and GBP USD. They kind of look like they're moving the same direction, but I don't think they directly correlate. Oh, thanks, Mom. Good to know.
I need that.
I know, I need that too. I'm gonna save that. Thanks, Mom. Curtis gonna take a nap for London. I'm about to do the same actually. Today I woke up. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I normally do that all the time. Just take a nap and wake up like in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and stay up.
Yeah, because honestly, that's the best time to scalp, man. Like I try to scalp in New York, and like it's just not the same. But then this morning I woke up feeling like shit because I woke up like at 8 or like 7 actually, and then I went to sleep like at 3 or 4. So I'm not trying to do that again today. Yeah, it looks like we covered all the questions. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me or anyone else in the K2 chat, either the premium or the public, and we can answer your questions. But yeah, guys, it was a good live trading room. We're gonna do this again tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll get up early enough to do this for the London session. I'm awake during that time. The only reason I don't go on during London sessions because I'm too focused scalping. But tomorrow I might go on and just hop on like we were here. It's probably not going to be very informative where I'm going over and analyzing things because I'm going to be scalping the entire time. But I'll be on. So if we do go on live, I'll send out a message for you guys to join. Otherwise, I'll be available on Telegram. I'm not going to take this. Hey, Curtis, you still there? Oh, he left already. But yeah, guys, all right, it was a good live call. I'll talk to you guys later. Otherwise, we'll be back on tomorrow. All right, guys, see you guys later.
All right, Sean.